Hi, this video outlines the changes to the Grassroots website for club directors for the 2013-2014 season. First of all, you'll notice that the site in general looks very different. Um, I redid a number of things for the members, and there is a separate video that outlines these sections here and here. But for club directors, you still get to the admin section of the site by clicking admin on the upper left hand corner, and then you're brought to this club administration page where you log in. Once you log in, you'll notice that again the site looks visually completely different. Everything that you can do is more or less the same, just rearranged the different sections to hopefully make it easier to get to everything and do everything that you need to do on a common basis more quickly, and put the things that you use less frequently into secondary places on the site. So you'll notice I've logged in. It confirms my club information up here in the header. If I want to log out, that has moved up here. This is a standard place on all websites for logging out. So when I'm done and I want to log out, I just log out up here. If I want to change the password for the account, I do that up here. It's not something that you would do very often, so I've tucked it away up here, sort of out of the main area of the page, away from everything. Then we've got this menu on the new menu on the left hand side, which we'll go over in a second. And then at the bottom of the page here, we have a set of links that you can use that are used less often. So they're down the bottom here. You have your forms, your grassroots forms. We've added the grassroots regional forms here. So you've got your guideline, your checklist, your scorecard forms for the grassroots regional. Available here. You got your ACC membership form here. You've got your contact information down here to find your regional and national contacts. And if you need to locate a player that's not in your club, just to find their information, find a phone number, things like that, that's available down here. And then in this main section, we've just redone this left-hand section so that you can get more directly to things. Before, there used to be a button called Club Maintenance, and you would click that and bring up your information. Now you just click Club Information, and it brings that up directly, and you can edit that information here. This is used by us when we post the club directory on the ACC website, as well as here on the Grassroots website, so that players who are interested in clubs can find your club and know the information about your club. I would double check this probably on sort of an annual basis, or anytime you know something changes. Come in here and make sure that that's up to date. You've got roster here. I think the button used to be called club members. So now I've got your roster here. The roster behaves mostly the same. There is one change that I want to point out. So when you add a player to your roster, before you could add players as visitors or travelers, now you can actually add people who are not a member of another club directly to your club as a member or a guest. So for example, if I go to add player to roster, you'll notice that this add existing ACC member now lets you add a visitor, traveler, member, or guest. So I go here, I search, if I search by state, for example, and I search for people in California, you'll notice when the choice is over here on the right hand side, if somebody is a member of an existing club already, you can add them as a visitor that's the only choice you have. If somebody is not a member of a club, which is indicated by this club ID being 0, then you can either add them to your club as a member directly or add them as a guest. And then finally, if I have a member of the Travelers Club, it knows that and will, will let you add them as a traveler as the only choice because they are a member of the Travelers Club. And then once you add them as a member, it treats them just like any. If you add a new player as a member, then it will just treat them exactly like any other member of your club. So if I go ahead and add Randy here to my club as a member, it'll go ahead and add him, and then I can just manage him directly and mark his dues as paid, just like I could with any other member of my club. So that's roster and the change there to let you add people who are members of the ACC but not members of another club as a member of your club. Next thing is schedule. You used to go to club maintenance and have to click on add edit tournament. Now you can get to the schedule directly without having to make that extra click by just clicking on schedule over here. The interface is the same. You add your tournaments and how many you want, and then once you have tournaments down here, you manage them or edit them by clicking on the tournament number. That stays the same. To enter your results of tournaments, you go here. One thing to point out here, and we'll get into this more as we get into the printable pages, but I've made it so that any tournament that's complete, you can just print the results directly from the results page. You can also go here and into the tournaments, and you can print the results directly from here as well. So this is where you enter your results and you print your results. Certificates is what you use if someone in your club gets a 28, 29, or Grand Slam. So that's available here. And then I've created this section here. There used to be a reports section that you went into and then selected the report that you wanted to print. I've just listed the reports directly right here instead, so that you have more direct access to those. And actually, if you just click on these, they'll just go ahead and trigger a print directly. So it's just one-click access to be able to print any of the reports that you want to print. I won't actually print this one, but if I cancel it, and then there is this pop-up window that opens if you want to save that as a PDF, or I'm not sure exactly what folks are doing with these. You can save this pop-up, and if you want to just close it, you'll come back here, and you'll be back where you were. The standings will be shown here. If you want to print them again, you can click this. But using this menu, any of the pages listed under this printable pages section will print directly by just clicking them. Other changes for this season. The only other thing I'd point out is we have made some small updates to the grassroots manual, and I think the main one to be aware of is just that guests now can play up to 4 times before having to decide if they want to become a member instead of 2 times. So those are the changes for this season. It looks visually very different, but at this point functions pretty similarly. So those are the changes. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. My email address is paulgregson@gmail.com. Thanks.